Hey everybody, this is Troy Alexander, Inspiration with Troy Alexander. One more time, we are excited to be back one more time with you. Listen, you know my motto, dream, take that step and walk with purpose into your destiny. I'm telling you right now, every week we come on here to encourage you and let you know to never give up on your dream. Listen, hold on to your dream. Listen, make sure you stay connected with us, y'all. You know we on Facebook, Troy Alexander. We on Instagram. You know I love taking pictures at Pick by Design. Listen, and you know I'm on YouTube. Listen, Inspiration with Troy Alexander. Listen, I rather got thumbs up from the producer. Listen, we are excited tonight about what is coming next. Not only for me, but what's coming next for you, y'all. Come on, y'all. Y'all know we excited about your dream. And listen, I did one point of purpose that I want to share with you real quick. And it says, whenever you see the status of their growth, focus on the status of their foundation. Listen, I'm telling you right now, always know what you see comes from a place. And right now, all of us come, but it's the work you do when the camera is not on. It's the work that you do when you're not on stage. It's the work that you do when nobody is looking that allows you to grow into your purpose and your destiny. Listen, and listen, how apropos is that? Our guest tonight, oh my goodness, we are so honored tonight to have an amazing young lady. Her name is Destiny WIMPYE. Listen, at age 17, dancer, actress, model, has performed dance with Mariah Carey, Jill Scott, Debbie Allen, even at the White House under the Obama administration. Her acting credits include commercials for Macy's and Toyota. TV shows include Raven's Home, The Odd Couple, come on, y'all, and principal role on the hit TV show This Is Us. Featured in the Netflix documentary Dance Dreams, Hot Shot Nutcracker, starring Debbie Allen. Named top 10 up-and-coming ballerinas to watch by Dance Spirit magazine. And y'all listen, her training includes the Debbie Allen Dance Academy, the Colburn School of Dance Academy, and right now she's at the professional division at Pacific Northwest Ballet. Let's give it up for Destiny WIMPYE. How are you, Destiny?
I'm good. Hey, how are you?
Oh my goodness, we are so honored to have you tonight. Thank you so much for coming on. And listen, I have so much to want to ask you, so much I want to ask you. My first question is, what or who has been the foundation of Destiny WIMPYE to allow her to grow into the greatness of who she is?
Well, I have an amazing support system, but hands down, it's my mom. She has always been there for me, always had my back. I mean, since the very beginning, that the first move to LA, that wouldn't have happened without her. And so I'm so thankful to have a mother who is just so supportive and so caring and so loving and is so selfless and does so
Wow.
much for me.
Wow. Listen, we want to give a shout out to your mom. Yes, yes, she is amazing and phenomenal. Listen, you talked about moving out to LA.
Mhm.
Now, Destiny, what was that experience? Because you moved, I believe, from Georgia, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes, from Georgia. So what was that experience like for your family to move from Georgia to LA to support your dream?
Mhm. It was a lot. As my mom and I, we made that decision together. I mean, it was hard. There's so many ups and downs, but like I said about my mom being so selfless, she knew it was the best move for me, for my dance career, and she was just willing to take that leap with me and just be there for me. There were ups and downs. It was definitely difficult, but we got through it, and it's just without her, it wouldn't have happened. So I give all the credit to my mom.
Wow, that is so amazing. Do you remember what age you were when you moved?
Yes, I moved to LA when I was 9.
Wow. And I have to ask you, how did you know at age 9, right, to have this move take, how did you know that dance is really what you wanted to do?
Well, I started as a competition dancer, and I knew I just loved being on stage with the crowd and the audience and performing. So moving to LA, I just really wanted to get some more technique And Debian Dance Academy was a great place for me to go and improve. And that's kind of a once in a lifetime opportunity to have, you know, Debian ask you to come and train at her studio. And I couldn't turn it down.
Oh, I mean, was that a phone call, an email? What was that invite like?
It was in person right there. So it was, yes, I did her summer course when I was 9. I went to LA for just the summer. Had no plans of staying really, just going to
Oh,
experience something different from Georgia. And she was like, you know, we'd really love to have you here. You know, why don't you come train with me? And then my mom and I were like, oh, we don't live here. And she's like, well, can't you move? And we're like, okay, we'll see.
wow. Wait. I thought, see, I didn't know. You went there for a summer program, right?
Yes.
And you're telling me that Miss Debbie Allen asked you, like you didn't go there to go to her academy.
Mhm.
You went there for the summer program, but not to stay.
Mhm. Yes.
And she, I'm like, what? I can only imagine what you and your mom probably thought about. Like, oh my goodness.
Yes. It was a crazy experience, but it was amazing. I'm so grateful.
Wow. Well, listen, I mean that alone had to make you feel like, wow. Because when I saw, now I'm sure it may be different, but I saw the Netflix and the documentary. There's so many young people that
Yeah.
are a part of it. Did you ever feel like not quite there yet, or did you feel like, you know what, I'm going to take advantage, I'm ready for this? What did you feel, going to that first class?
Mhm. It was a little bit of both. I think I was really nervous. I remember being so nervous because it's LA and coming from Georgia, I just never experienced something so big. And, you know, I didn't know anything about the industry or just, you know, all the different styles I learned at Debian Dance Academy. So I was definitely nervous. I remember my first class was a hip hop class. And I walked into the room and I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm here. And I don't know what to do. I was really nervous, but I think um, I was really excited to just take advantage of the opportunity and get as much as I could out of that experience.
Well, you certainly did. Listen, y'all, when you Google this Netflix Dance Dreams, this photo comes up of Destiny alongside Miss Debbie Allen, along with another ballerina. And I'm saying, wow, I'm watching the photo shoot. There's a video, but I'm like, wow. And first of all, Destiny, I'm at home. I'm at home trying to find something to watch. I go to Netflix, right? And I see the advertisement. I'm like, okay, I love young people, love to support young people, right? And I'm watching it. I'm like, wait a minute. I know this. I mean, not personally, but I follow her on Instagram and I've commented and we've kind of talked back. I said, wow, what an experience. What was that experience like being filmed?
It was amazing. At the time I was sharing the part of the lead role, Kara, in the Hot Chocolate Nutcracker. And the rehearsals, you know, were so intense, it shows on the documentary. And just kind of being with the cameras, honestly, it felt natural. So I didn't even really notice them being there. I was so kind of focused on what I was doing. But just to see the end result was amazing. And I think it played out beautifully.
It did. It was wonderful. I loved it. I was like, y'all need to see this. This is amazing. And guess what? I know this young lady. So, it was so wonderful. Oh my goodness. I was like, my wife was like, but so wonderful, so wonderful. When did you start ballet?
So I started training, focusing on ballet at Debian Dance Academy. I got more ballet training, but I think I really, when I chose ballet, I want to do ballet, I'd say 13. I
Really?
trained at the Colburn School.
At age 13.
Yes.
Now, wait, Destiny. When did you start at what age did you start your ballet journey?
So I started dancing when I was 3, and
Okay.
I was doing ballet, but my ballet journey I feel like really started at 13. Um, After I did a summer course at the School of American Ballet.
Well, listen, I want you to talk a little bit more about, because what you said was so powerful. You said at age 13, you chose, that you made a choice. And for so many watching right now, like they're in between the choice. They enjoy it, right? But they don't know if they want to commit to it. So I have to ask you, what, if you can remember, what was going through your mind in making up your mind that this was your choice?
Well, when I was at the School of American Ballet, I learned so much about just ballet in general, but specifically, I started training in the balancing technique. And, that's different from classical ballet. And so I really realized, I was like, oh, this is so exciting. We're moving so quickly. We're doing different things. It was just a new experience for me. And I love going after new opportunities. And so I took that as a challenge because I wasn't very great at it. I didn't know much about it at all. And so I kind of took that challenge and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna focus on this because ballet wasn't really my strong suit, in my opinion. And I figured, you know what? Let's go for it. Let's try it. I took some big leaps before. I could do it again.
Wow.
And yeah.
Wow. Well, listen, you have taken leaps and bounds. I mean, listen, y'all, I told Jesse before the show, I said, you are such an inspiration. You are so amazing. You are so phenomenal. You have to watch her videos. You have to follow her journey because it will inspire you. If you have a young person, if you have a young girl, if you have a little girl, watch, because you are such a light of inspiration. And I have to ask you, when you dance, what does it feel like to you?
It feels fun. It feels fun. I mean, that's really the only word I have because I usually freak out so much before performances or in
Really?
rehearsals. Yes, I do. I'm very picky. I'm hard on myself, but I think that's what gets me so far. And so when I get on stage, I completely forget about all of that, all of the stress. And some people usually ask me, "Oh, what were you thinking when you were doing that step?" Or how did that go? How did you know you were gonna do that turn or something? And I was like, no, I'm just in the moment and I'm just dancing and just performing and doing my best.
Wow.
It feels great. It just feels natural.
Oh no, it is natural. It looks natural. I'm telling you, you are so graceful. Do you know how good you are?
I don't
Listen,
know.
and listen, I know you don't want to be like, yeah, I know I'm good, but listen, I mean, but do you know that you belong in the room? Because to me, I mean, you walk in and it sounds like it's not about who's around you. It's not about it's like you're in your moment and it's just you.
Yes, yes.
So listen, everybody, listen, well, I'll say it. She's good. I mean, she is great. She is phenomenal. And I'm telling you right now, your journey has taken so many levels. And I want to ask you again, coming from Georgia, and how you talked about like going to LA was so big, right? How did you become comfortable in the spotlight? Because you're so focused and you're out there. I mean, you're out there to be seen. How did you become comfortable
I think
and confident and confident? Yes.
well, it's definitely been a journey. I mean, with jumping into something so new, it was hard to feel confident. Because I'm a new person at a new place and a new, LA, new school, new everything for me. So it was definitely difficult. I was struggling with that a little bit. But I think what I had to realize was that at the end of the day, it's about the work that I do and what I use my gift for, to inspire others, whatever that may be. If I'm doing ballet, if I'm doing modern, if I'm doing hip hop, and just trying to focus on my art and my craft and trying to be the best dancer that I can be and be the best person I can be. And I think that gave me a lot of confidence, knowing that it's about kind of more myself and trying to work on myself than trying to listen to outside, influences.
Wow. Wow. Listen, I'm telling you, it's so awesome to hear you talk about the process of how you came to be and even and who you are still becoming. It's so amazing. I want to ask you now, because again, I know that everybody's journey, right, hits hits some rough spots. Can you talk about like any challenges that you may have had along your journey thus far? And if so, how did you overcome them?
Some challenges I had. Just feeling really different. Uh, Feeling kind of. Sometimes I felt like I didn't belong. Sometimes I felt like, maybe this isn't for me. I really tried to, obviously build my confidence, like I was saying, but that comes, there's struggles. I mean, I didn't just come out like, oh, hey, look at me. So,
Right, right, right.
it's definitely hard. Also being away from my family. It was just my mom and I. That was hard. That was really hard. So it's just all of that all together. Those were some big struggles I had. Also being away from friends, kind of not having a normal childhood. Really trying to focus on my art, which I really appreciate at the end of the day. But in the moment, it was really hard for me to just kind of be there with my mom and just kind of, I felt alone at sometimes, but I knew that at the end of the day it would pay off, and it was worth it for sure.
Wow, wow. Do you see why she's amazing, everybody? I mean, just so awesome. And so you have just helped so many young people because they don't realize, right, the what's involved in the journey. And you talked about how it was difficult being away from your family. I can only imagine. Had you ever been away from your mom like that long before?
No, never,
Wow.
never.
Wow. Oh my goodness. And how did you, what helped you? If you could think back, right? What helped you and what keeps on helping? How did you cope, right? Some say I coped with it or I dealt with it. What did you do to help you to kind of maintain your balance during those times?
I think just remembering how much we sacrificed and
Wow.
gave up, to get where I am, and to quit or to lose hope would be the worst thing I could do, because we gave up so much. My mom gave up so much for me, and I just I couldn't do that to her. I couldn't do that to myself, because I would be so unhappy, if I just kind of just gave into all the pressure. So that really is what keeps me going, keeps me pushing through.
Wow. Wow, Destiny. Wow. Wow. I mean, that is so powerful and so moving. To see what it I won't say cost because it's not always negative, right? But what it took, right, to get to the place of where you are. And I wanted to ask you, like, if a young person walks up and say, you know what, how do I become a destiny? How do I become you? What will it take for me to become you? And again, all of us have our individual journeys, right? But to get to your plateau of where you are, what would you say to that young person that says, you know what, I want to be where you are? How do I get there?
I would say hard work, dedication, determination, but also really make sure you have an amazing support system, because those are the people you can count on. You can't do it alone. You can't do it by yourself. You need people to be able to be there and lift you up. You need people to be able to talk to, and help you through difficult things. And you can't do it by yourself. So that's my biggest thing, having an amazing support system, and that hard work and dedication and determination is going to get you so far.
Wow. Well, I have to ask you because sometimes people that have gifts, right?
Yes.
They tend to rely on the gift and not practice as hard.
Mhm.
I've seen it happen. So I have to ask you because I believe that you have an innate gift in you and an innate calling on you, right? And so tell me about practice and like what is the commitment involved to be at your level at this point? Like, are we rehearsing 7 days a week? Are we rehearsing 5 days a week, 10 hours a day, three? Like, what is your rehearsal schedule like?
Yes, so I have classes every day except Sunday, so 6 days a week. Yes, and then really I usually have a technique class. I maybe have about 3 or 4 classes a day, just depending on my schedule. But it's a lot of work. It's a lot. I do point throughout the whole day. My technique classes are on point. My variations classes, all of that. We used to do, partnering. I used to have partnering at Colburn. That's not happening right now, which I
Right.
love partnering, so I miss that. But it's a rough schedule. But we have one day off.
Wait, wait, now, let me ask that. Now, how many hours a day are all of your classes?
Hours a day. So all my classes are about an hour and a half. So maybe about 5 hours a day.
Roughly about 5 hours a day,
Roughly.
6 days a week.
Yes.
And you talked about on point. Now, for those who don't understand what that means, right? Because all of us are not in the ballet language and culture. What does that mean to you?
So point work is definitely difficult. It hurts. There's a lot more that you have to go into it. So with flat shoes, ballet slippers, they're flat. They don't have the box that you need to stand on your toes, you
Right.
know. So rolling through your feet is much harder when you're on point. So it's a lot more stress on your calves and your feet, obviously. So that's point like 5 hours, roughly 5 hours every day.
Oh, Destiny, you are on point for about 5 hours a day.
Yeah.
Listen, just so everybody knows, from what I understand, like you are standing on your toes.
Yes, I
Like,
have.
like,
You can see.
yes, yes, literally. That's how, right. So that's how you stand.
Yes.
Oh my, listen, y'all. I am telling you. So, I mean, that is sacrifice. I mean, I can only imagine that it took quite some time to build up to that point
Yeah.
where like your feet don't hurt. I don't want to talk about the other, but like it doesn't. But I mean, that has to be an amazing. Your feet and your calves, you must be like super strong.
Mhm. Oh, I'm sorry. I think it went out.
No, it's fine. No, we're good.
Mhm.
So your calves and your feet must be like so strong.
Yes, they definitely, I mean, your ankles have to be extremely strong before you can even, have your first pair of point shoes, before you can take your first point class. I mean, there's actually some studios that offer pre-point. So they just do things like releves, which is just going kind of up and down on your toes, really strengthening your calf so you can be able to work on your point work.
Wow, listen, that's amazing to me that you put that much. Now, I gotta ask you now, and I don't want to put you out now, but after school, do you rehearse at all at home or outside of school at all?
I try to take a break.
I was gonna say, yeah, I was gonna say that's a lot.
I try to
Oh
take a
my,
break, but I do, go over things. So I have not necessarily with my whole entire body, but maybe I'll,
right,
think about it or watch a
right.
video. But it's definitely a lot. It takes a toll. So.
God, I can only imagine what that is like when you come home out of rehearsal, right?
Mhm.
But that's amazing. And I want to ask you because again, as I said earlier, you you are currently at the professional division at Pacific Northwest Ballet.
Yes.
Now, when I looked that up, it said that it was one of the top three training or ballet schools in the country. I'm like, wow. Now, did you have to audition or how does that work?
Yes, I'll explain the process. So with the PD program, usually they take their students from the summer course. So you'll have to go to Pacific Northwest Ballet for the summer. And usually they only take from the top two levels, which is level 7 and level 8. So from there, you apply, you do all the paperwork, and they will watch you in classes. Now, my experience was a little different because it was all Zoom. So I was like
Oh,
extremely nervous.
wow,
So,
yes.
yes, because the summer course, it all became virtual. Yes, so I did that, and it's a 5-week summer course. So you have about 5 weeks to really, show who you are as a dancer.
Right.
And you get an email, and they're like, we'd like to have an interview with you, and or
Right.
like to talk to you and sit down with you and discuss your upcoming school year. And that is really stressful. But you go into the meeting, they just let you know, and they're like, hey, we'd love to have you in our professional division program, and
Right,
kind of go
right.
from there.
Wow. Well, listen, I have to ask you because you have been in the spotlight. Not only have you been on television, oh my goodness, and we're going to talk about that in a moment, But again, the documentary, and there's so much press about you. Do you did did you ever feel that that brought more pressure upon you when you went to class, or when you went to a performance, or did you feel like, you know what, this made me stronger? Because most people would be like, like here she is, like that's I mean, no, it's her, and the expectation is so high. Did you ever feel any pressure at all because of all of the spotlights that you've been a part of?
Well, I mean, a lot of my friends always ask me, with social media and everything, because I'm really putting myself out there. When it comes, like you said, with press and I mean, just posting on Instagram, it's really hard for some dancers. I really think, I mean, it just kind of put a little bit of pressure on me in auditions when I go and I'm kind of nervous, or if somebody comes up to me and they're like, "Oh my God, like I follow you on Instagram." I'm like, "Oh, hi." I don't know. I'm just like, ah. But for me, it's more, I feel like it's good for people to see like you said, the journey, because I have really old videos of me on my Instagram, and I don't
Okay.
delete them because I
Right.
like for people to see that, with working hard, you can really get super far. And I think it's just inspirational.
Yes,
So
it is.
I think it's a good thing.
Wow. Well, listen, you have taken that, and you have really embraced it, and it's so amazing. And because so many people don't, you know how to deal with that pressure, and it's so amazing that you've embraced it, and you use it, and you use it as an inspiration. Oh my goodness, you're so grounded. Listen, I'm talking to you, right? And you're so grounded. I want to ask you though, has there any been a part, and I kind of, you might have kind of talked about it, but is there anything that you would change about your journey thus far? If you could go back and do it all over again, is there any part of your journey thus far that you would change?
Honestly, I've actually been thinking about this recently, and no, I don't think so. I just feel like if I sometimes I think, well, maybe if I started ballet a bit, sooner, maybe if I started like some other girls in my class where I did ballet since I was like, I could walk,
Yes.
maybe sometimes I think about that, but then I'm like, no, because I feel like I wouldn't have the same love and drive for it. I feel like
Oh,
I wouldn't, if I didn't feel like I had a lot to catch up on, I feel like I'd kind of just sink and just be, kind of borderline, and not have that extra push. So I don't think I'd change anything.
wow. Awesome. That's amazing. That's amazing. I want, what is, if you can share it, what is on your vision? What is on Destiny's vision board in terms of ballet? Because like, what is the ultimate? Like, where do you want? Where do you see yourself?
Yeah.
Like at the next level.
I mean, I'd love to join a ballet company. That's the goal. That's the dream. But I have a lot of things after that I'd love to do, and it's still while I'm dancing. I would love to maybe even open like a nonprofit, or maybe open a dance studio. I'm so interested in that. Also, Broadway. I um
Oh
I
wow.
love acting and dancing, and I can incorporate that when it comes to Broadway. Singing, I'll have to work on a little bit. But I
Got you. I got you.
yes, so that is just, I have a lot that I want to do, a lot of goals.
Listen, I can see your name on the marquee. No doubt about it. I can see your name, whether it's New York, Broadway, or whether it's another city, but I see your name on a marquee. I mean, I have no doubt, because whether you want to open up your own academy, the Destiny WIMPYE Academy, Dance Academy, whatever it is, I'm telling you, and you can achieve it, whatever you set out to. And I love that about you. I love that. I can't wait to see you on Broadway, because I'm coming. I'm coming to see you. I'm telling you, when things get better and open up,
Yeah.
because I love musicals. I love musicals. I love Broadway. I love acting. You know, I try to dabble in a little acting, right, but not really. But I love it. And again, did you ever take acting classes? Because listen, I'm looking at your resume, and I mean, you are on some pretty big time shows. And so like, did you take acting classes when you were younger?
No, I didn't take
Destiny, wait. You didn't take any acting classes.
No, no, I haven't taken any.
I mean, so not like even at this point in your journey, you haven't taken any classes?
No, I just,
Destiny, come on now, Destiny. Come on, Destiny.
I,
Wow. Listen, y'all, I told y'all she's amazing and phenomenal. Well, listen, I don't know, but you have done commercials. I mean, you shows, the Odd Couple, the This Is Us, and more. I mean, so did you just feel comfortable and natural?
yes, I think I've just always been interested in acting. I love, obviously we love watching TV shows and movies and different things, but I've always been interested in the behind the scenes of that stuff, the
Yes.
extras on the side and dabbling like into that world. It's so interesting to see how like things are really created and then watching the final product. And I think that kind of is like, it's like ballet. It relates to ballet to me. The rehearsals, the sweat, all of the work we put in, and then just seeing the beautiful, graceful performance at the end of it.
Wow, awesome. Listen, did you find the preparation for acting different than ballet, or somewhat the same?
Yeah, so I think the industry is definitely a little bit different. Like the acting industry, dance industry, but it's kind of similar in a way because I just think you really have to kind of work hard and work your way up to get to certain places in acting and in dance. So I think it's a little bit similar.
Wow, wow. I want to ask you this now. When I watch ballet,
Mhm.
I see such perfection. When I see you, I see such perfection. Like just it's so beautiful. And I want to ask you, has there ever been a moment, right? Because all of us want to be at our best. Anytime that we go and perform, or whether it's sports or whatever, right? Have you ever had a moment that you feel like it just didn't go over the way that you wanted to? Or have you always walked away feeling like, you know what, I gave my best, but I want to know, like, have you ever had a moment where you felt like, you know what, that that turn didn't go right, or that point wasn't, or didn't hold it long enough? And if so, how did you deal with that?
Well, I think I did have a moment. I was performing. I was doing one of my favorite ballets, so one of my dream roles. I was doing this ballet called Stars and Stripes. It's a balancing ballet, and it was in the pas. And there was one turn that I would always freak out about at the end that the guy helps you with. And when we were doing the performance, it didn't go as planned. But I
Right,
what comes with the school you go to or like the technique that you get, you know how to kind of play it off, if that makes sense,
right. Yeah, I do. Trust me. I know. Yes.
you know how to recover from it. And I think I kind of just swiveled out of it and made it a new thing and just kept going. And also a big thing about dance is the face that you make because
Yes.
people can really tell like, oh, maybe she wasn't supposed to do that, but I just tried to keep a straight face and just keep going and get through it. So just learning how to recover, it's another thing that dancers are trained in as well.
Wow, I love that. And please, you talked about how to recover.
Mhm.
And I need you to talk to the young person now, right? The one that's coming up, that's in dance, right? And talk about the recovery. Because again, I'm so in awe of the process of how people come back. Right,
Mhm.
right. So they may not have performed the way they thought they did, but what you do at that moment could change the rest of your journey. If you say, you know what, it was horrible, and you're so hard on yourself, you can't get past that moment. How do you learn how to take that, or how did you learn how to take that moment and use it to your advantage and say, you know what, I'm going to be better?
Yeah, so with that specific moment, I was really freaking out after it because it was the end of the PA. And so usually, the audience remembers kind of the beginning or usually they remember the end. And I knew I had the coda coming up. another like solo where I can do fouettes, and I love turning. And I really use that as motivation. And I was like, you know what, this has to be good. I got to do it. This is the last thing you're going to see me do. I'm going to whip this out. And I ended up doing, more turns than I thought I was going to do.
Right.
I just use that to push me.
Awesome. Phenomenal. That is truly amazing. And not only does she do ballet, everybody, not only has she acted, and that's amazing by itself, but she's a model. And I think, listen, I know you're not surprised because she's just amazing, beautiful, awesome. So when did modeling? I mean, I know things just seem to come so natural to you. So do you just like go into just who you are and it just happens?
Well, with modeling, that was an interesting thing. I wasn't expecting that. So I'm an ambassador for Discount Dance, and they have dancers model for their catalogs or their websites. And I just got an email one day from them asking if I could come in and model like a new leotard line they were having. And I was really excited about it because I've never done dance, like stationary modeling. And so I was just like, oh yes, for sure, I would love to. And I love that brand so much, and so I was so willing. So that just kind of happened for me. And then with that just kind of happened.
listen, y'all, I'm sitting here talking to this amazing young lady, and listen, I don't know, like, acting, it just happened, I kind of just went and they kind of said, yeah, we want you, modeling just kind of happened. But I'm telling you, you bring so much to everything that you do, and it's commitment, it's dedication. To me, it's honesty. It's pure. And so I want to ask you, when people watch you, whether it's ballet, and let's focus on that, but of course with everything else you do, what do you want them to walk away with? Because I know that there's a purpose for this show, right? There's a purpose for this show, is to inspire people to not only dream, but to take that step and walk with purpose into their destiny. So I want them to say, you know what, Troy, I saw your broadcast with Destiny, and it inspired me so much. I sent that email. I went to that rehearsal, right? I took that step. So I want to ask you, with your ballet, when people are finished seeing you, what do you want them to walk away feeling and or knowing?
It's really similar to what you said. Obviously inspiration, but I really want people to know that go for what you want, go for your dreams, and life is too short to be
Yes.
nervous or afraid, to go for things. I switched to ballet, at 13 and really focusing on that. That's late in the ballet world. But
Yes.
if you love it and if it's what you want to do, I say go for it and work hard, because that has gotten me. That's all you really can do at the end of the day.
Now,
Yeah, okay, sorry.
I'm sorry, go ahead. No, go ahead.
It's just saying with your hard work and determination, I think that gets people really far in any career path. And also be able to transition, be able to do both, be able to be versatile. I think that's what I really want people to take away.
Now listen, don't tell me, Destiny, that Jill Scott called you, that First Lady Obama or President Obama called you, or Mariah Carey. How did it happen where you're dancing with, I'm talking about, these are A-line, A-listers, and again, at the White House under the Obama, how did all that happen?
Yeah, so with dancing at the White House and being able to dance for Jill Scott, we that all happened because of the group I was in at Debian Dance Academy. So
Okay.
all that credit goes to her. She
Okay.
really she picked our group to go and have that amazing experience, and so that was all from her. When it comes to the Mariah Carey, that was kind of the first thing I kind of did on my own. I auditioned. I was actually really nervous for that audition because it was a hip hop audition, but my mom showed it to me, and I was like, I don't know, because at that point I was like, oh, I really like ballet, and
Right.
I was being a teenager, and I looked at it and I was like, I don't know, mom, and she's like, but wait, wait, they have a ballet part. They want you to do point, and I was like, oh, really? Okay.
Wow.
So
Wow.
that's the main reason why I went to that audition, because I knew there was going to be some ballet involved. And with the audition process, when it comes to hip hop in the industry, it's really difficult, especially if you don't know someone who knows someone. And so that's why I was kind of getting a little nervous about that. But
Right.
I went to that audition, and I auditioned for Anthony Burrell, and
Wow.
we did our point, we did the hip hop part, and then we did the point part, and I was just so shocked at the whole process. And then he was like, we'll call you, we'll email you, and he was cutting people during the audition. I was like, oh my gosh, what is happening?
Wow.
But that was amazing. That was a huge deal for me.
Now, was that like one show, or did you go on tour, or what was it? What was it?
So that was one show. We performed at
Okay.
Disney, at Disneyland,
Wow.
I think, at Disneyland. Mm.
Phenomenal. Now listen. You have to have video of you at the White House, right?
I have a little bit of video, yes.
Okay. Okay. And you have video with Jill Scott. That's Mariah Carey, right?
I have a video of a rehearsal with Jill Scott, and I have the video of Mariah Carey, the performance.
Wow. Now, did you get a chance like to meet them at all? Because I know sometimes when you go on set, sometimes all of the other folks don't get a chance to meet,
Right.
the headliners. But did you have a chance like to meet them and talk to them at all?
Well, I met Michelle Obama. We got to take a picture with her,
Wow.
and she was talking to all of us and saying, we're such great dancers. Thank you. And then
Wow.
we talked to Jill Scott a little bit, and she was amazing. She was nice. We Mariah Carey, we got to speak to kind of like after the performance,
Right.
and she was just kind of saying, oh, you guys were so great. So that was brief, but she was really nice too.
Wow. What age were you when you went to your audition to dance with Mariah Carey?
I think was I nine? I was like 12. I think I was 12. Yes.
Wow. Wow. I mean, I'm sitting here and your journey is like a movie. I mean, it's like, did this really happen, or did somebody just write this into a script? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, did it just, wow, that is so phenomenal. Is there a singer or an actor or someone that you have not yet met or danced for or acted with that you would love to do, whether dance or acting?
Yes. I feel like everyone will say this, but Beyonce, obviously, I would love
Oh,
to dance for her. That would be amazing. Um, Maybe even I would love to meet Zendaya. I think she's such a nice person, and she has a great personality. So I feel like I could learn a lot from her if I ever met her. But yeah, I'd love to dance for Beyonce. Um, just maybe she can have like a little ballet part, and I'd love to be a part of that.
wow. Listen, you should do a dance to one of Beyonce's songs
Mhm.
and tag her.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, she will, yes. I'm telling you. Make sure you do that now because I'm telling, that's how people get noticed, right? They
Mhm.
they 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 keep putting themselves out there and they hashtag or they tag. I'm telling you, I have no doubt that Zendaya and Beyonce and anybody else that sees you dance, they're having you on the next video, on the next tour, on the next show. Oh my goodness. So I gotta ask you, you mentioned Zendaya.
Mhm.
Did you see the movie The Greatest Showman?
Yes.
How did you like it?
I loved it. It was amazing. I
Wow.
love because it's like a musical, So
Yes.
I love the music. I love Zendaya, Zac Efron. Yes.
I loved it. I
Yeah.
loved it. Have you ever considered like seeing how to audition, or even because they come out with a second movie? So I don't
Oh,
know like where it is and if it's already done, or yeah, I'm not sure. But that would be great to see you in that.
oh yes. I'm trying to figure out how that how that works.
So
Yes.
I don't know where it is, in the production of it, but I know they're making a second one.
Wow.
So that would be amazing, amazing, amazing. So I got to ask you, is there anything else on your vision board? I mean, you have done ballet, acting, modeling. Is there, and again, I know you don't sing, but I know you're going to be doing that too, right? So is there anything else in your vision board that you have not done yet that you want to do?
Well, I think really just traveling more. And I think with the different career paths that I'm trying to pursue, that's going to take me there. Joining a company, we'll go on tour, being on Broadway, you'll tour, you'll perform all over. So I just would love to travel the world a bit more.
Well, listen, I can't wait to see you Broadway, New York Broadway, because I'm here in Jersey, so I would definitely be coming to New York and
Mhm.
seeing you on Broadway. Now make sure that you on the show that I come, make sure you're able to hang out like
Yes.
after it's over, so I can get your signature on the program. Okay.
Okay.
Right. Awesome, awesome. Well, listen, I want to ask you, and I'm not going to keep you much longer, but listen, you were named one of the top 10 up and coming ballerinas to watch by Dance Spirit magazine. What now, to me, there are so many dancers in this country, in this world. And to be named, one of the top 10 best. What is that? How does that make you even feel?
Well, I'm so honored because, like you said, there's so many dancers in the world, and I just can't believe that I was chosen for that. That was a big deal.
Wow, wow. Listen, I am in awe of you, Destiny. I am honored that you have come on our show, our broadcast, to share your wonderful journey. I'm just in awe of you. I mean, listen, I told you before, you're amazing, phenomenal, super, Wonder Woman, whatever you want to call it. You are just an amazing young person, young lady, and we're so proud of you. I gotta ask you, like, any upcoming projects, any upcoming thing that you want to share with us, whether it's with your school or whether just personal or anything that you can share at this point that's public, right? So
Yeah, so I'm really just focusing on PMB right now, focusing on, college, different things like that. I'm just kind of looking, I'm waiting too, if I have any, I'll let you know. I'm ready for them to come to me, I'm excited. I can't wait.
oh,
But that's when I'm just trying to get better, keep training, and yeah.
listen, I just got a thought, Destiny.
Mhm.
Since First Lady Obama, right? Since you know her, she and Beyonce are so close. You can be like, First Lady, can you like just drop my name in when you talk to Beyonce next time? I'm telling you, I am telling you. Listen, who you know matters, right? You be like, I took a picture with you, First Lady. I'm telling you. Next time I interview you, because I hope that's next time. Next time I interview you, you can be like, how is it like being on tour with Beyonce? What is it like? Oh my goodness, being with Zendaya in the movie. I'm telling you, I'm gonna see you. I'll be like, what's it like to be on Broadway? I'm telling you. Listen, y'all, you will see this young lady. If it's her desire to be on Broadway, you will see her there. And I'm telling you right now. So I have to ask you this, because Broadway, it's like what, like 8 shows a week, right?
Yes.
I mean, it's really intense. I mean, is that something that you feel that you can? Because I mean, now, well, I guess you're doing it now, right? 5 hours a day. You're doing 5 hours a day, 6 days a week. So it's preparing you. I gotta ask you: is dancing? Is it still fun?
Yes, for sure. I wouldn't keep doing it if it wasn't for fun for me. That's a big deal to me. I think, loving what you do, it helps. It really helps get you far.
Does.
It's fun for me. I love it, and I love the different opportunities that come with it. And I won't ever stop loving it.
Well, listen, I want to ask you something a little bit off the track a little bit. So even with the ballet, do you have to have a certain diet, or
Mhm.
or a certain or can you just eat kind of, but as long as you kind of stay in shape? I mean, how does that work?
Yeah, so some dancers are, vegetarian or
Right.
different things like that. I don't have a certain diet, but I do like to, eat healthy, try not to eat
Uh-huh.
fast food all the time. You
Huh?
know, we definitely have to stay in shape. So I just try to eat healthy and drink a lot of water, the basic things.
Well, listen, I want to ask you because listen, this is just me and you now, right? Just you and I. So what's your favorite junk food? Because now, can you listen? All of us have a favorite junk food, right? Or a favorite something that we. So I know just you and I. What's your favorite junk food?
I love steak. I
Steak.
steak. I love steak. I mean, I don't know if it's considered junk food, but I love steak so much.
Oh my.
I love chocolate. I love cake and chocolate. So yes, that's my junk food.
Wow, steak and chocolate. I would have never imagined that there would have been steak and chocolate. Okay, chocolate made people steak. Okay. Well, that's wonderful. Listen, I wanna give you this space. Is there something that we have not talked about that you want to share with our audience to inspire them or to encourage them? Um, uh, I'm going to give you the floor this time. There's something that we didn't ask you about that you want to share.
I mean, I just want to say, thank you for having me. Thank you for this opportunity to be able to share my story to, a whole completely different audience that may not know me. I guess another thing I could say is just, keep pushing, keep working hard, love what you do, and just continue to inspire others. And think about what you want to do at the end of the day to give back, to other people.
I love that. I love that. And you see why her destiny, yes, I said it, her destiny is limitless. I'm telling you right now, everybody, watch for her because you will see her more magazines, movies. I can't wait to go to a movie and see you, Destiny, like on the big screen. I can't wait to see you. And I'll be like, you know what? I talked to I know. So I can't wait to see you on the big screen on Broadway with your own dance academy, with your own, oh my goodness, with your own Oscar, right? Your own whatever it is. I will not be surprised. I want to ask you, do you want to give any other shout outs along your journey? I know you talk about your amazing mom. Again, she is just, just wonderful. And I thank her so much for giving us this opportunity as well. So, but is there anyone else that you want to give a shout out to?
Just all my family and my friends who also support me. Also, all the people who really believe in me and really, want to see my dreams become a reality, and the people that help me, throughout my journey to get there too. And I just want to say thank you because your support and your love helps me, get through hard times. So I want to thank everybody who's been there for me as well.
Wonderful, wonderful. I want to ask you one more question, Destiny. That just came to me. I want to ask you how long does it take you to learn a new routine?
A new routine.
Yeah.
Like a ballet, like a different.
Yes, yes, yes.
Well, I mean, I some people have to, learn them in a day, depending on the situation. Sometimes somebody will get injured, and then you have to come in if you're the understudy. But I think maybe like when we rehearse, it's probably about a good couple of weeks, so we can get into it. But if it's a variation, I can usually learn a variation in a day.
And I assume that you have a gift of improv, right? Because I can tell that if something goes, you know what to do, right? Just to keep it flowing, right? Like, yeah, yes. Wow. Amazing, amazing. Well, listen, where can people find you? What are your social media platforms? How can people follow you? If you can just begin to share those with us.
Yes, all of my socials are Destiny Wimpy. And yeah, my main platform is Instagram, but I'm also on Facebook. And yeah, those are the main two.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, listen, I want to give you just one last moment again to talk to those young people, right? That little girl, the little boy that just is dancing or just doing whatever they doing, whether it's athletics or something. But what would you say to them again to just, I'm gonna give you the floor, and then once you're done, then I'll close out. But what would you say again to inspire them to never give up on their dream?
Right. I would say take risks, be bold, go for your dreams, try something new, different things like that. Just explore, explore, because you have a whole life to live and you have so much time to figure out what you love. Don't get stuck on one thing. It might change. You might not love it. Just try different things. Be bold and go for it.
I love it. And listen, before I close, Destiny, you have to allow me, hopefully, you know, I love taking pictures. So I would love to do a photo shoot with you. So one day, whether it's on the red carpet at your premiere, whether it's Broadway or whether it's a movie or even just a photo shoot, if you're ever on the East Coast or if I ever come out to the West Coast when things get better, I would love that opportunity. So I hope that you allow me to have a photo shoot with you one day.
Yes, I would love that.
Awesome. Listen, everybody, I want to thank you so much, Destiny. You are amazing, phenomenal. And I thank you so much for sharing your journey, your inspiration, your greatness, your light, your purpose, your calling, everything with us. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for following us. Stay with us, stay connected, and know, listen, you know my purpose, you know my mission, dream, take that step and walk with purpose into your destiny. Stay hold of your dream. Don't ever give up on your dream. Thank you so much for watching our broadcast, and we'll be back, you know what, every Monday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Inspiration with Troy Alexander. Thank you, Destiny WIMPYE. Thank you so much. I can't wait to see your name on the marquee. I can't wait to see your name with your own studio. Thank you so much. Have a great night. Don't give up. Hold on to your dream. Have a good night, everybody. This is Troy Alexander.